And we're back. Time to enter the madness of Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion.
I imagine we're going to go back to the town eventually. We can go to the place we couldn't go before.
More than likely.
I guess whether we get higher skills or threaten to beat the guy up. Of course, It looks like he shies from physical violence now that we can see the scar on his face.
Yeah. I prefer not having the police trying to get all shitty and then trying to like turn it back around on me if I end up in a position where I am no longer have the advantage.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, not so tough now, are ya? Kind of shit.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
I need to get the night key to open up the pawn door to get a hold of the
place has been abandoned since the fire.
Arkham crest.
There's only old Winchester in his hut.
So I can get the lighter to get the ruby.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I'm sure I can get all the crap out of you.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I can get more details.
Investigate another place well.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything
Clearly
else?
a fantasy setting.
Yeah. It's like I'll just sprinkle some coke on
You
you.
won't get me to
plant a
believe
gun
that
and,
it looked any better
call it a
a few
day.
months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
That actually will be helpful.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
down the statue.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Apologies if the key clacking is too loud. This is still series keyboard. It's gonna do that.
No, this is a razor.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Alright.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
Poor kid.
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? Steal a burnt painting? I don't see
That's all.
Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it.
Poor kid.
Claude Baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Please tell me you're not 1 week away from retirement.
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Anything else over here?
I think that's it here.
Alright, I guess he's staying there.
He said he wants a minute, so.
Go fallen tree.
That's helpful.
This is so not helpful.
Receiving guests.
This entrance is still in use. Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on dark water.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on then, just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Town.
This guy where Silas lives.
Yep. Let's see about investigating Silas's house, shall we?
While we peep around here real quick.
This gate is locked.
Okay.
Nothing here. Got my chopping axe, and I've got my murdering axe.
Yep. It's very important to have two different ones.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself. Bourbon. Empty, of course.
Okay.
Can you open it? What's that? To your left, is just the box?
Just a box. Can't open it.
Put away the thing? Okay, well.
I'm not sure why I can move that, but
Yeah, makes
Yep.
sense.
that's what I figured would happen. All right.
That'll probably be useful later, though.
Yeah. If you hit the light, we'll be able to probably see this a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just a second.
Yep. Oh man. Yeah, it's a lot better.
Yep.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens at the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watching the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and, finally, get a hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire.
Bradley didn't do shit.
I imagine that more options would have come up if you had failed the psychology thing and a lot of other stuff and negotiations.
Possibly it was just a quick thing.
But you got to be really not paying attention. Or
Yeah, I was like, I heard the ticking. I'm like, better do a thing.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Oh wait, point. 1 point.
Wait, go down to the occult stuff. 4 needed.
Yeah.
I guess you can put points in there now? Nope. Okay.
Nope. Only improved by objects. Let's see.
There's always points, so.
Spot hidden.
Yeah.
Why is it still here?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins.
Why didn't people just take this?
What does this tell me?
Why didn't you clean this?
This roast. What
Whoa.
strange creature has flesh like this?
I can see that now.
Yeah,
Get around to the front.
will do.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Looks like there was an argument here.
Mm-hmm. Amber guard.
Yep.
Meant to keep the fire from spilling out the other sides. Smash plate.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, it's not exactly a thing.
Yeah.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Yeah.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Picked up.
Smash his own plate on the ground, I imagine.
There's no food on it. Around here. Plate's still there. Rat died eating it. He dropped his food.
What's just look on the table real quick.
What?
Left. What is that?
This? This?
That's a toy. Okay.
Yeah, it's a toy.
All right. Just making sure.
Yeah. Book. Book. Books in these games are super valuable.
Look at the painting to your left. Nope. Fire damage.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Add another point.
Spot the hidden.
Spot hidden.
There's definitely hidden stuff here.
Did someone escape the fire?
Claw. Look at that. From that lung to hands.
Yeah.
That's claws. Like scratching your nails.
Grabbing the door and then like pulling it as he runs out, maybe? I don't know.
Could be.
That's a position of a body.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Did they actually bury all 3 bodies? Would be my question then.
To your right.
Looks like a lamp fell over?
I don't know.
They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Well, close to it anyway.
Yeah, be fairly close to it. It takes a bit to generate that kind of heat.
Hidden. Down.
Yep.
Don't know how that's hidden, but I guess you wouldn't see it otherwise.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
There's still more. Oh.
Hmm.
She was dead before the fire.
Maybe.
There's gotta be something else around here. Keep looking. Whiskey.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
From what we saw, one thing. Yeah, there we go.
Sort of argument happened, a fight. She was on the end.
It's either she was unconscious or maybe she was already dead.
The table was broken.
She had to hit that pretty hard. Of course, the fire could have caused that, but
Well,
no.
yeah, with her weight on it, but
Well, you know, based on the angle,
Maybe.
I think that was force, not
yeah.
because it's the fire. It would have, yeah. Because look at the lake. Look at the lake.
Well, yeah. The legs, like,
Pushed away.
the leg's broken.
Yeah. That's not something that happens from a fire.
Yeah, because the other legs didn't do anything. This one did.
Yeah. That wouldn't happen like that.
Yeah.
It would crumble and be pushed away. It'd be pushed away somewhere else, but something else would have.
That means, yeah, well, I mean,
it wouldn't break like that.
well, it just followed back toward that way, so force pushing snapped it a little bit.
No, not, yeah, you're
Family
right.
was
I can't say
gathered.
100%, but it seems more likely that force caused that to happen.
Family was gathered here. Something happened. He was drinking. Got into an argument. He shoved her. Knocked over the lamp. Started the main fire. When you shoved her, fell. Probably maybe broke her neck. Everything burned.
Why was the boy? Don't know what happened to the boy though. Look around in that corner, in front of you.
Well, I've got everything revealed, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
So I'm not sure what happened to the boy that made it so he was a victim. Possibly he tried to break it up and got knocked unconscious and then died in the fire or something. It's hard to say.
Very difficult to say. All right. Go out the door. Okay, you can't. All right. I guess you're done. Hold the buttons.
I am. Supposed to be just holding these.
Then there must be something else.
But there's nothing else hidden.
And there's nothing hidden, but there's gotta be something you're supposed to look at. You'd see it, so give it a.
What is going on here? Why can't I get out of this?
Oh, there we go.
What the fuck?
Painting was stolen. There we go.
Yeah, okay, just didn't see the way there. Yeah, that wasn't his hidden thing, so.
If the painting I found on the docks
There's
really
something
came
normal.
from here,
That's a tentacle.
how come it didn't burn?
Because evil!
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight.
Boy got hit with it.
Yeah. Then whose corpse was that?
Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
Burning bandages.
Mm-hmm.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I'm not gonna insult them, so.
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
That's
Without your
suspicious.
authorization. By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
So yeah, Charles is still alive. He was burned,
Yeah.
holding up in the warehouse.
But what? Yeah.
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report.
More sus.
Your clock must have already have stopped.
Not impossible. You don't find that suspicious?
Honestly, you don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr. Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on.
Whoop.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about
Go
what
back
we're
and go
doing,
around the corner. No, it's something
I'd be in
missed.
serious trouble.
Left. Oh my god, don't tell me you can't. Okay, left.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. Charles and Sarah's wedding is painted by Sarah herself.
She's so small compared to him.
Yeah. Okay, I knew that was a good idea. Alright, let's use that point.
Yep. Points.
Points, points, points.
Alright, we will continue our investigations into the house next time, though. Till later, Manors.
Later, everyone.
Thanks for watching. Click our logo to subscribe. But if you want to help us defeat the real final boss, YouTube's metrics and analytics, you can support us by liking our content and leaving comments below. See you later, Remainers.